Hello and welcome to a new series on my channel where I will be doing something that I haven't done as of yet, and that is win the Iberian struggle. Now, it's not technically true that I never won the Iberian struggle, I did, but only as a huge outside empire coming in and literally conquering everything. So this time I wanna do it the way it was intended. Now, if we take a look at Iberia here in the 867 start date, we have Al-Andalus, a huge Ashari kingdom in the south. We have a couple of Catholic kingdoms in the north, and sandwiched in the middle are a bunch of independent Mozarabic counts. Now, Mozarabism is, as you can see, another Christian faith. Our head of faith is the Pope. And we share a tenant with Catholicism, this communion tenant. We also have right and we have adaptive. Both of these tenants are focused towards coexisting with other faiths, which goes along nicely with the fact that we are pluralists. So we will have to be quite tolerant this game if we are to control our new diverse subjects. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of different cultures, mostly in the north. Here in the south it's all Andalusian. And as you can see, we have the three faiths. Interestingly, the Al-Andalus lords are Ashari, but their peasants are Muvaladi. That may end up causing a Muvaladi sultanate to rise up, but we'll see if that happens this game. So yeah, I will be choosing one of these sandwiched little guys here. Let's see who fits. Alright, we have Count Sabariku here, of that dynasty, which I will be changing to something I can pronounce. He doesn't have amazing traits, but he does have two virtues, which will definitely come in handy. So, the CK3 dynasty will be the one to unite Iberia. And yes, of course, there are the Iberian struggle mechanics, where there are phases. Currently we're in the opportunity phase, which is the phase for war and for overthrowing your liege. And we could either go into the hostility phase, which is, I guess, even more focused on war but on the outsiders of your realm, or conciliation, which is more focused on working together and not fighting your neighbors. Now, we start with a single child, a daughter, who will probably get supplanted as my player heir when my sons get born. I have a young wife with unremarkable stats, and we ourselves are a pretty good diplomat and pretty decent at all other stats. I have decided to go down the diplomacy lifestyle despite our intrigue education, and I will be going down the diplomat tree, mostly for those opinion bonuses with others. Flexible truces will also be very nice to have. Oh, and I should probably get around to learning the languages of the other rulers around us. Now, there's also Ducal Conquest, Forced Vassalage and Forager, which makes it more easier for us to get CBs, but that's not going to be very useful for us, as we're not gonna have a shortage of those. Well, as long as we're not in a conciliation phase anyway. Now, we are in the de jure Duchy of Castile, and the title of Castile does exist. It's controlled by this guy, a vassal in the Kingdom of Asturias. Now, he doesn't actually control any land within the de jure Duchy of Castile, so he'll probably end up losing that title. And for us, it's definitely going to be the first goal to become the Duke of Castile. That way, we will hopefully be able to stand up to all these powerful realms around us. Although, our best hope will definitely be for them to fight each other and leave us alone. Hence, the diplomacy lifestyle. I guess I'm going to focus on sucking up to these Catholics up here, and I'm going to start by trying to learn their language, which is apparently going to be very hard for us. Let's try it anyway. Okay, so it said very hard, but we have 75% chance of success. I have no idea how it makes those calculations. And I can't help but notice, but our face is very long for some reason. And this pointy beard is just making it seem even longer. Let's see if another facial hairstyle makes us look a little less, well, like a horse. Okay, this beard clips a little into his scarf thing, but it does make him look a little more human-shaped, so that's good enough for me. Great! We've succeeded in learning Iberian Vulgar, the language of our Catholic neighbors, I can apparently learn 4 languages, which will go up to 5 when I get Adaptive Traditions perk. My next target to learn language will be our neighbors to the south. Now, I am going to learn the Arabic language, because that's the language of the ruling class of Al-Andalus, but of course their peasants are all Andalusian just like me, and... oh, and we already speak the Arabic language, never mind then. Okay, we can learn the Basque language. Fair enough, let's do that. Again, it says very hard, and it's 76% chance of success. Oh game. Now I would like to start expanding into Castile. Unfortunately, we really don't have the troops for that, so let's get an alliance. I did find this Count or Sheik of Najera, who is willing to betroth his son to my daughter. He'll bring another 1100 troops to help me, and interestingly, he's not Ashari, he is Muvaladi, the same faith that a peasant in Iberia follows. Maybe we can use that. Maybe he'll grow strong enough to rebel against the Ashari nobles, but that's for later. For now, let's attack my neighbor in Sora. Only a 10-year-old kid. He does have more troops than me, but not with my ally. Another interesting thing is that the opportunity phase makes all mercenaries much cheaper. Now it says 30%, but look at this. 26 gold to hire 700 guys, 30 to hire 750, 37 to hire guys with halberds. I mean, that's pretty cheap. So even we with our measly 47 gold can hire a mercenary company, but so can Count of Sora. He has 97, he could hire like 3 mercenary companies if he wanted to. So, now that we've allied the guy on the other side of his realm, let's just attack him. And this is what I meant when I said that we won't have any trouble with CBs. We can do border raids, which gives us money proportional to the development of the target county, or we can just do struggle clash, where we take all of the counties that border us. In this case, it's just Soria, but still. Oh yeah, we pay 150 piety, raise our troops in the mountains, so if they want to attack us, they can, we'll probably win. And, pretty importantly, call in our ally. Okay, they're just moving out of their capital. I can just move in and try and siege it down. They're trying to counter-siege me. And they don't have enough troops. No, wait, they do. It's gonna take them 7 months. And my allies don't wanna help me siege them. Okay, well, they will help me fight them, so let's just move in. And this is an easy victory. Oh, look at that, and they hired mercenaries. It looks like they hired 2 mercenary companies. And now they're as powerful as me with my ally. Yeah, I am going to hire some mercenaries of my own. This Andalusian band will do nicely. Now we can probably siege it down without having to rely on my ally. Oh, and my other neighbor wants to purchase a truce. Well, that's fine, we don't really need to conquer all of Castile, we can peacefully vassalize him later. And yeah, for 50 gold, I'll take it. It's gonna take us 19 months to siege down this mountainous castle. By that time, our ally will be long since sieged down. But that's okay, he's not sieging me, so we're not going to get a negative 100% war score. And while we wait to do that, we can take the first perk in the diplomat tree. Okay, my allies are sieged down, and now it looks like they wanna move and try and relieve the siege of their castle. Hopefully, with the fact that we have more troops, we'll win. Although they will be defending in the mountains and they'll have defensive buildings. Uh-oh, yeah, we lost. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's try and siege down... Oh, never mind, we cut them here, but oh, they're going to win again. Okay, it keeps saying I'm going to win and then I keep losing. Man, is there an option to turn those suggestions off, cause they seem to be really unhelpful. Ah, nice, I befriended another neighboring ruler. She'll definitely be peacefully vassalized when I become duke. If I can become duke, because I am currently losing this war. Okay, can we do a white peace right now? No, okay. Man, our only hope is to siege down the enemy county, but I don't think we can do that before the ticking war score gets to negative 100%. And we're losing another battle anyway. Oh, never mind, we actually won for once. Man, I just have to concede defeat. Oh well, I lose some money, some prestige. That's okay, we'll get them next time. See, what did I tell ya? It only took me like 10 years. My truce with this guy was annulled by my chancellor, so now I can go ahead and take that county. Especially since now my allies have hired some onagers. Onagers that we do not yet have access to because we are so backwards. So that will be an extremely useful ally. It's only gonna take us 7 months to take down this castle. Okay, and now we have enough land to form the Duchy of Castile as long as we can gather some more gold. Shouldn't be too difficult. I think I've got all the perks I needed out of the diplomacy lifestyle. As I said, these 3 are very useless for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and change over to stewardship for some extra money. What a stroke of fortune. We got additional taxes, and we have enough money to form the Duchy of Castile. And finally, we are a real realm on the map. We can go ahead and immediately vassalize this countess as she is our best friend. Under normal feudal obligations, that's fine. And, well, I can vassalize this guy under low obligations, but I think I would rather conquer that county if I can to have it in my own personal domain. Yeah, let's do that. There we go, now I control all of Castile, or Alquila, since we are Arabic speaking, and I think we'll now just benefit from taking a little bit of a break, raising control in all my counties, as I really don't have a lot of control in these newly conquered ones, and slowly building up our strength, getting ready to strike at Asturias or Al-Andalus, whoever shows weakness first. Oh, look at that. Finally, after 3 daughters, I have a son. Just in time, as by the time he grows up, I'll be at the end of my life. I love it when things work out that way. I'm gonna start immediately educating him to be a Diplo-focused character. Ooh, this one has a level 4 Diplo education. He'll do nicely as a tutor for him. And yeah, we have a good aptitude character, our personal physician here. Nice. You can go ahead and educate children, thank you very much. And it looks like I was able to befriend my last Mozarabic neighboring ruler. Does that mean I can vassalize him? No, unfortunately not. But when I increase my legitimacy, which will be soon, maybe 1 or 2 more feasts, then I will be able to take him, probably at only low feudal obligations, but that's fine. I am currently in a war to help my ally who has been so useful to me in my conquest of Castile, now to expand to a whole new duchy. Now he will be quite a bit more powerful if we win, and that would be putting a Muvaladi ruler on the throne of that duchy instead of an Ashari one, hopefully weakening Al-Andalus that has already split in between 2 kingdoms, Al-Andalus and Zenzir. Why the heck did I pronounce it like that? I don't know. Moving on. Also, my capital is being sieged. That will not do. Let's go deal with it. They outnumber us, but we have a whole lot more of bonuses, and yeah, we are winning. Fantastic. And yeah, Iberia is moving quickly towards a hostility phase. Considering the state of Iberia right now, I'm thinking there's going to be a whole lot more war in the future. There we go. And now our ally is that much more powerful. All of this is him. Oh no, my alliance with the Toledans has expired. Well, that's alright. We're fairly strong right now as it is. We're not quite as strong as the Asturians and Al-Andalusians, while they do have quite a bit more troops than us, are not doing so hot, so I'm content to sit back for now and continue to grow my strength. I guess I'm gonna move my capital to Burgos as it does have more development. It's also the de jure capital of this duchy. And if we had more money and more tech, we could even build a duchy building here, but that's for later. The de jure kingdom we're in is, again, Castile, just like the duchy, but we need a second duchy title in order to form it. It doesn't have to be the Cantabria duchy, just any duchy at all. So I've been thinking we do border 3 counties in the Leon duchy of the Asturias kingdom, so if we do a struggle clash against them, we will be able to form that duchy, which will allow us to become the kings of Castile. I do, however, need to wait for them to weaken somewhat, and as their ruler is currently a fantastic martial commander, I think I'm gonna have to wait for him to go away. Which is not a great plan, as he's younger than me, but it's the best I got for now. And it's a phase shift. Currently we are in the hostility phase, meaning struggle clash CBs are cheaper, we have shorter truces. Basically, it's much easier to go to war with outsiders to Iberia. We have forced vassalization CBs, which is something we didn't have before. Siege weapons are much more effective, which isn't relevant to us at all, as we still can't make any siege equipment. But yeah, wars in general are much easier to start, if not to end, for us. We still can't do holy wars though, but that's fine. Yeah, we can still do interfaith marriages, which is how we were able to get that alliance with Toledo. So yeah, my target is still Asturias. Now he's in poor health because of, well, he's a flagellant and he is very wounded. Hopefully he'll go away and then I can declare war on his heir. Oh, never mind. I don't want to go to war with Al-Andalus because even though they are weaker than me and dealing with a whole lot of rebellions, they're allied to Zanzir and they can always call on their holy order. That being said, I could also potentially call on a holy order and I can hire mercenaries whereas they are in serious debt. Never mind, there are no Mozarabic holy orders, but still, mercenaries. There are a whole lot more mercenaries than there could ever be holy orders. So that's something to think about, maybe if they fracture a little bit more. Oh dear, and here I was just thinking about how I'd rather attack the Andalusians and the Asturians attack me. Well, they have more troops, but that's mostly because of their allies in Aquitaine who are busy with their own wars at the moment. Now I'm gonna raise my troops in the mountains, hopefully I can bait them to attack me there. Yes, here they are, they're coming into the mountains. And as soon as their movement is locked, I can go ahead and hire some mercenaries. I guess I'll hire the cheapest ones, cause I do kinda just need the numbers. It's saying that the chances are even now. But I don't know, I like my odds. Oh no, okay, well, there we go, I have to eat my words. Okay, that is super duper annoying. I guess because this guy is just that much more powerful as a commander. And they're doing a clash war, meaning that if they win, they basically take all of my counties except for the one that I started with. So that's not something that I wanna let happen. Okay, I need allies and I need them quick. Oh my god, everyone around me is weak. Okay, I have a daughter. Let's just sort by alliance power. These guys are relatively close and relatively powerful, so I guess I'll do that. Gonna have to be a regular marriage, that's fine. They're attacking me in the mountains again. I'm just gonna go ahead and hire even more mercenaries if I can. Never mind, well, I could go into debt. Screw it, let's go into light debt. Oh man, I would really like to win this fight if I can. Yes, there we go. They changed their mind halfway and now I'm engaging them one at a time. And I'm still losing, oh my god, and I still lost. Now that my army has recovered and my allies are arriving, hopefully I'll be able to win this time. Okay, we kinda split them in two. My allies are losing, but that's fine. They're distracting them. Oh no, oh my god, I didn't realize that I was locked in there. Okay, but I might actually win still, okay, good. Oof, alright, I've beaten them back. And as I am defender, the ticking war score is on my side. Oh, and I get my first Dynasty Legacy. Now, in the Iberian struggle there are a few unique Dynasty Legacies. We have the Metropolitan, which is great, I think, because I love cities, they just give you all the money you need, and Republicanism is kinda fun. There's also this Courtier Dynasty Legacy, which is more about dealing with your dynasty. I think Metropolitanism is more fun, so I'm gonna go with Influential Cities, giving me more development per city in a county. Yes, I split them up again, completely by accident, but still. Oh, and I lost. Oh my god, this is incredible. This is freaking incredible. That's fine, that's fine. I'm gonna recover and I'm going to try again. And here come their Aquitanian allies, if I can just intercept them. I think I need more allies. Let's see. Who can I marry my son off to for alliance power? Literally no one, okay. I was gonna say, as I do have twice the number of troops as them, hopefully I'll be able to win, but the game says, oh no, you'll definitely lose. I mean, he doesn't even have that great traits. Okay, good, he is running, which is a good sign. Oh, and I get the Wrath of Heaven event. My vassal, Mayor Bashir's face is distorted with fear when I visit the barracks. Titbert is trying to help him and raises an eyebrow when he sees me. Will you at least tell your lord what happened? Bashir lifts his head immediately. My lord, what I saw was not meant to be seen. Figures were throwing stones made of black powder from the battlements. The stones lit on fire and thundered as they hit their enemies. They cut a man in two, my lord. Thirdbert nods with interest. Perhaps, if we too could have that power. I can get some piety, some stress loss, but I really like the idea of getting lightning stones, which will give me a defender's advantage, and I need every advantage I can get. Although that's only in the county of my dynasty, Sikibia, so maybe it's not worth it, but I kinda feel like I need every advantage I can get, especially since there is now a peasant uprising. They're probably not gonna be too much of a problem, but yeah, I can't be dealing with that right now. I am too busy not being destroyed by the Asturians. So fine, I guess I'll lose some legitimacy and some control. Okay, good, and that's another victory. Oh, Alfonso III, the great martial character, is wounded again. Please, please die already. And I am in positive war score land, so... Look, worst case scenario for right now is that if I start to lose a battle, I can just do a white peace and get them off my back. But if I can win, I gain some legitimacy, which will make up for that 50 I lost to the peasants. I get some prestige. My treasury will be refilled as I am now bankrupt because of this war. And, well, it will certainly weaken him, hopefully. Maybe even causing him to die of his wounds, or maybe to a rebellion. And that way, Asturias will be vulnerable to a counterattack. Thankfully, because of the "it is my domain" perk, I can go ahead and extort my subjects for some extra gold, so that I am at least not in debt anymore. Uh-oh, my mercenary contracts are going to expire soon, and I can't extend them again. So maybe I should use them before I lose them. Oh, great, and once again, I catch them separate. Man, it would be great if we could at least capture their king. I mean, we did just defeat him in a battle. Okay, so half my army, even more than half actually, are mercenaries, and they are all going to go away in less than 6 months. Man, hopefully that ticking war score does its job and I can actually win this war. If not, it's gonna have to be a white peace and I'm gonna have to spend some time recovering from this ruinous war. And we are once again at about the same number of troops, and when we are in the same number of troops, they win. I'm gonna try and stall, maybe he'll die from his wounds or something. Oh, but he's too afraid to attack me in the mountains again. Okay, that's a great sign. Yeah, look at that, he's running away, he's avoiding attacking me. Okay, we might actually have this war in the bag. Okay, never mind. Here they are, they're coming. Oh, no, nope, they're running away. Uh-oh. Okay, they're attacking me in the hills. And yeah, they have way more troops than me. They of course have that more ludicrously fantastic commander, who is of course healed from his wounds. Man, I am starting to really dislike Alfonso here. Yeah, there's nothing to it. We just have to do a white peace. At least we were able to not get destroyed. Being pushed back to just our original county would have been disastrous. Oh, and now I'm in poor health because I'm stressed out. And just as I get rid of the stress, I get the infirm trait. So this character is not long for this world. Luckily, we do have our heir, who is our only son, so the realm is not going to be split at all. We are raising him to be a diplomat and he's about to come of age. Yeah, in just a few days actually. An adequate bargainer, eh? Well, that's not the worst thing he could be, I guess. Oh, and he already has the lover's pox, for goodness sake, man. Hallelujah, we have discovered onagers. Meaning that we can finally get some siege equipment. Yeah, let's just wait one more month, and there we go, we can get up to size 3 onagers. Now we can actually siege down enemy castles. You know, without it taking years. And let's take a look at this here. Al-Andalus is doing worse than ever. They are losing a couple of wars, one against their former ally. They have no money for mercenaries, and they don't even have piety for holy orders. And their troops are depleted. It seems to me like this is a good time to go to war, for a struggle clash. Except this one here is independent. She doesn't want to become my vassal willingly, but I can always do either a struggle clash or a forced vassalization. Now I don't have any piety, so I guess we'll do forced vassalization, because that costs us prestige. And when we do that, maybe we'll go for Al-Andalus, or maybe we go for Al-Andalus immediately. You know what, I'm not comfortable going to war with Al-Andalus because that might turn out to be a very long war, and this character doesn't have the fortitude for a long war. So yeah. Nahera, you should have willingly become my vassals, because now you will unwillingly become my vassals. And they're attacking me in the mountains, where I will defeat them. Grand. There we go, we do now have a vassal who does hate us, but that's fine, she's kinda weak as soon as her mercenary contracts expire. Peasants are put down. And now we hold one county in the Duchy of Navarra. If we can take one more county, we'll be able to form that duchy and we will be able to become the kings of Castile. Though that's probably what my next character will end up doing. However, even though Duke Sabarik is near death, there's no reason we can't start a war against Navarra. We'll just do a struggle clash to get the county we need. I guess I'll wait for the Aquitanians to win their war, and then I'll jump in. Oh, and here we go. Succession. Well, we are fighting a winning war, that will be a nice boost to fame for this character. We currently have no heirs of our dynasty, so we need to start working on that. And now if we just siege down Navarra, we will get a whole new county, and then it will only be a matter of time before we get enough gold to become kings. There we go. And we even captured their queen. Unfortunately, we can't ransom her because she is broke. And we have to deal with Alfonso's pox. Although, I've kinda had to deal with Alfonso's pox for decades now. He's still in fine health, although this clear retribution from God will probably, hopefully, get rid of him. Oh, thank goodness. Alfonso III has died. Finally. Oh, he's nowhere near as good a commander as his father was. His troops are fewer in number, thanks to that. And hopefully, when I fight off this random Navarran count, I will be able to maybe smash them. And I will be able to take all of these bordering counties. Basically, we'll be doubling our realm. Man, I love the Struggle Clash CB, it's so fun. But that's gonna have to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.